You're on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to another HCBB postseason. It is me, Aviator, alongside CSX, here with MSN Sports to present Atlanta versus Houston in the Divisional Series. Game 1 tonight, kicking off, led by Patriots 0-1-7 and many others over there. Folks, we're in for a great series. We're in for a lot of competition. It's going to be a great best of 5 series here. CSX, how are we doing tonight? Checking in with you and the good people over at MSN. How are we?
Doing really good tonight. Hopefully we can see a lot of offense. Last game we covered Pittsburgh, Stallings, blowing some big chances, but tonight, big series. I covered a lot of Atlanta games. Atlanta was the first team I actually covered in HCBB as the stadium disappears, they get set up. I had a friend that played for that team, and I covered that team. My first ever game, so it'll be fun to see Atlanta tonight.
In just a moment here, we'll be getting started as the teams set their lineups. Checking in here as some people start to trickle into the stream. How are we doing tonight? Chat, checking in. It's good to see you all here. It's good to be here with you. Talk to me, folks. Checking in. Who do you got?
All right, I'll start first before we get to the chat. Atlanta's 3 seed, Houston is 2 seed. I think Houston, big game tonight, but you got to give me Bellinger, Patriots. Give me Atlanta, game 1 victory. This will be a high-scoring one tonight. 8-7 the final. Atlanta wins.
I'm telling you, speaking of Bellinger coming into this, he is, in 4 at-bats so far. He's got 2 knocks. No homers yet, but let's focus on the other side. Right now, over in Houston, how are they feeling? Well, let's check in. Cripsy right now and Exquisite Warrior are ready to battle once again. Cripsy and Exquisite, both veterans of this league, ready to go. It'll be a great night as Squash is over there with them as well. A lot of young talent, a lot of old talent. The one, the only, Connor G is over there with Atlanta, folks. He's going to be a game wrecker for him tonight. If you know, you know. Hide who you need to hide because that guy's in the building. You know what I mean? Anyway, folks, it's going to be a good one. We're getting all set up here. We've got Atlanta trouting the comment section today. We've got Atlanta on the road tonight, 7-5. Atlanta in the series 4-1. Or is that a score prediction? We've got Atlanta in 5. Houston, we've got Ringo predicting Houston 7 going for 1.
Little funny thing about Houston, they were the team that stream got taken down, but they were the team they played Wichita a few nights ago. Big lead. They're going to have to hold on to some leads.
And coming in to lead off for Atlanta, folks, the hero of the last one, Zach. You saw him come up big in a big spot last one and send Atlanta to this game, as we all did. I mean, just an absolute clutch performance to hit the go-ahead home run in a 5-3 victory over Dallas. Zach's going to lead off. Looks like starting on the mound for us tonight. Uh-oh. That's not how First time getting back on the camera controls for media. That's been an adjustment. Looks like Squash is going to be starting on the mound tonight. And away we go, folks. First pitch from Houston on the way. Kicks and deals. Inside, strike 1. The 0-1 count now to Zach. On the inside half the plate, swings right through it. Strike 2. Now the 0-2 count. Houston looking to get off on the right foot in the divisional series. And they send him packing on 3 pitches.
All strikes.
1 away. In-stepping Bellinger now. Great sequence of pitches right there. Back-to-back hooks and finish with the cutter. Left him frozen on that first one. Kept him swinging on the second and third. Squash looking hot early in this one, folks.
Bellinger, key player to watch out for Atlanta. Hot bat.
Absolutely. Game 31 to the wild card to here. It's been a journey for the Atlanta Rebels, and they're still fighting. First pitch falls in there for a ball for Bellinger, and the second one on the way. He hits that one. Foul. Oh, that's going to drop into the gap. I'm sorry. That one lit off my screen. I lagged so bad. That's going to be a double. Leadoff double. All right, we're locking in. We got 32 on the stream.
There's Bellinger coming through right there. Big hit for his team, top of the first inning.
Absolutely. Brennan stepping in. Takes ball one upstairs. Squash going to have to be mindful here. Runner in scoring position. Can't be too careful, but also can't be too aggressive. That one hit out to center field. Center fielder, late reaction to that one. That one's going to get down. Bellinger rounding. He's going for home. Is he going to beat it? Oh, and he's caught. Is he going to juke him? Is he going to? And he won't. Okay. Well, that was anticlimactic. Those used to be a lot cooler.
Bellinger just kind of gave up. I thought he was going to turn into a rundown. He just kind of just walked away from it, I guess.
You know, and to be fair, back in the day, it used to be a lot more. You could juke him out. You could get him in and out of stuff. But unfortunately, that's just not the way it used to be. Or that's not the way it is now with some later game updates. As Patriots 0-17 steps in. Folks, Patriots 0-17, the all-time home run record leader, veteran of 23 seasons, multi-time World Series champion. 1-1 count now to him. He's not unfamiliar with donning Atlanta's jersey, as if you remember 12 seasons ago, he dueled with Seattle and Jeff in the World Series to a Game 7, in which Seattle was victorious in the end. The 1-1 pitch now to Patriots. Takes ball 2. Two 2-1 now. Got to be real careful. You never know when he's going to find one here. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. With 2 away and a 2-2 count now, it'd be really big to drive in Brennan here. And takes ball 3. We've got a full count here. Folks, some early action making him work. 12 pitches through the first so far. Can they keep that pitch count going? And froze him on strike 3 as Pat will go down on strikes, but works the count full. And the starting pitcher tonight for Atlanta is not going to be Patriots 0-17.
I thought it was going to be him, but he went on the mound.
He had to
right
juke
off.
us out, folks. Had to get us all excited. Looks like it will be Zach donning the mound for the Atlanta Rebels tonight here in Houston.
Zach did throw a complete game shutout just about 9 days ago against Miami. Great outing, just a little over. I think it was right at 99 pitches.
Absolutely. First pitch. And that's out number 1. In steps MVKQ, 1 pitch, 1 out. Real quick start to this one. First pitch to MVKQ. Takes strike one. Checked his swing. Couldn't decide right there. You know, one thing that I really like about HCBB 2.0, and consider it an unpopular opinion, if you will, as that falls in there for strike two, is I do enjoy the fact that we basically just kind of repainted the stadiums that we know and love, affiliated with the association that we are no longer allowed to affiliate with. As it's a 1-2 count to MVKQ, as that one's hit down the right field line, but foul.
I actually agree with you there. I think it's really cool they got the stadiums back. I did remember the game got deleted for it. That's kind of dumb, but it is cool that they did make the stadiums just like the real ones.
Absolutely. As that 1-2 pitch leaves him frozen for strike three. An instep squash. First two gone down on, or one down on strikes, one down on a fly out. 6 pitches in for Zach. How is he going to keep this first inning moving? Hello, Juke R7. Good to see you tonight. Thank you for tuning in to MSN on this divisional series evening. First pitch to squash here. Takes strike one.
We have a hashtag Ask Aviator. If you could watch any playoff series in any stadium, which stadium would it be?
Well, as that 0-2 falls in there, Zach moving efficiently. My answer to that it's a no-doubter, man. What's better than a sold-out Fenway Park, dead center section that's typically blacked off with like the vinyl covering over the seats? When they're starting to seat those people in dead center, that's when you know you're going to get an electric Fenway Park. As Zach goes down, 1-2-3. What a start for the Atlanta Rebels. 2 knocks and quieting Houston's offense. We're in for a good one here, folks. As in steps comeback Ben.
All right, folks, I just opened up a little Q&A of hashtag Ask Aviator. Aviator, if you want to pick some questions out of that once they...
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man.
Once they go into there.
Always love to do it for the people, man. It's a good way to keep it moving. First pitch to comeback Ben. Leading off the second inning here as that falls in there. Ball one. The 1-0 count now. That one swung on to right center. Is that one going to get down? It will. Comeback Ben has himself a knock. Atlanta starting the inning off hot again as in steps VS80 with a runner on first. First pitch taken for a strike. Atlanta has 3 knocks in only 1 inning so far. 1 inning completed, if that makes sense. 1-1 count now. The 1-1 takes ball 2. Comeback Ben dancing on and off first base. VS80 waiting his 2-1 pitch. Squash kicks and deals. Takes ball 3. Squash being very careful with this. Ask Aviator, do you think the quality of media has improved or lowered since you've last commentated? I mean, listen, here's what I will say. The media team has done nothing but a job of leveling up year after year as that one is struck into shallow center. And yet again, they've got trouble. 2 back-to-back bloops, and Atlanta's got runners on first and second now. And hi, Jasista, in comes Connor G, folks. I would have to say GFX has only leveled up year after year, really. We keep finding really good graphics guys, really good video guys. We keep finding people who are getting better, and every year we're finding more and more talent and creativity within the field. Folks, if you guys have something that you would love to share with the league or something to do with the league, please, we are very public about our media and our creativity team and who runs that sort of thing. Do not hesitate to put it in general and try to find the right people to connect with. We'd love to work with you. Ask Aviator, what is your favorite HCBB game you've ever played in? You know, that's a good question. I'll ponder that one as this at-bat carries on with Connor G. We've got no outs, a runner on second and first, a real opportunity for Atlanta to get up early here.
They had a little delay trying to set the defense up.
So that one's dribbled down the right field line, and that will get him out at first, and he's safe at second. Connor G with a soft ground ball to advance the runners. Might as well have been a bunt. And in steps One Just P. Exquisite Warrior looking to make a move here. He's got a lot of... Let me check in.
Two runners in scoring position. They could drop down a bunt. There's been a lot of more bunts recently to try and get runs in. That could be the play right here for Atlanta.
Try and get some bunt defense going for sure.
They have the bunt defense at first and third.
One-0 count now. Checks back to third, and Cripsey's halfway up the line. Really good throw. Ask Aviator, what would you love to see from HCBB in the future, whether it be stadium-wise, team-wise, media-wise, or overall growth of anything? You know, as long as the people keep coming and playing, we will be okay. That is the one thing that I know. We'll be okay. The growth is going to continue as long as this league is active. You know, as long as this game is active and people care enough to show up to games, then, you know, I think that they've made a great change with the scarcity of seasons and how to space them out. I would love it if we got a pitch sometime in this year. If any actual official is watching this game or stream, I would love for them to join and official the game. I can't believe it's a DS and there's not one official here. It's a 1-2 count now as he swings through that for strike two.
Speaking of growth, MSN hit it to record again. Currently at 72 viewers.
Love that. 1-2 count now. Runner coming down the third base line. Bunts up the middle. Oh, they beat him home. And they're safe everywhere. Atlanta goes up a run even through the bunt defense. That was miraculous.
Perfect bunt.
Houston had bunt defense on the corners. The power bunt through the middle. Ben was already at home. No one on first. Everyone's safe. Atlanta with the early lead here in the second inning.
That was a perfect bunt.
One-0 count now to Dreadlord 40-40. Very rarely do you see such great small ball played like that. Atlanta looking to play the game of how do we score more runs than the other team. Believe it or not, that is the goal, folks. Let's read some questions real quick. Do you think HCBB is more competitive now or 2 years ago? It's hard to judge HCBB in years. It's hard to judge, I would more say in seasons. I would say as long as people are playing, people are going to be competitive. People are going to take it seriously. It's not hard. It's not hard to tell you. People who compete. People who want to win. As Dread takes ball 2. Ask Aviator, what was your first reaction to seeing HCBB player count reach 2K? honestly proud. Like, I was proud. I felt proud as he swings through that for strike one. I was genuinely proud of the fact that I've been a part of this community for so long, and it's continuing to grow today. I'm proud to be a part of this community. I'm proud to do what I can for this community. I don't know if anyone remembers this. I wasn't exactly a great player. I wasn't a difference maker as a player. You know, I had season 11 Chicago, which was funny. That was a fun time. Shout out Depressing Apple. I got to be honest, man. This is kind of... And Dred's going to bunt again. VS80 is safe, and it's a 2-0 ball game with a runner on second. Folks, I got to be honest. This is just a mess, all right? Listen, let me just cut it right down here to you. Houston is a little all over the place. They might be rattled. They might be in disarray. I don't know what to make of this right now. You know, there's been a lot of delay. Pitches are taking a while. A lot of changes as Zach's going to hit that foul down the left field line.
Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt. Did he bunt that? I think
no.
On my screen, it said a bunt.
Oh, well, yes, he did. The last at-bat, yes, he bunted that home, yes.
No, not that. The foul ball, just a second ago.
No. Swing and a miss. Strike two for Zach, who went down on strikes last go-around. Folks, this third inning, we've got something very special coming right up for you. We've got a mic'd-up segment with a live Atlanta Rebel, the one, the only Patriots 0-1-7. We'll get that going for the third inning. Just want to let you know about that now. Zach pops up, and that will be out number 3 to retire the side. Atlanta puts up 2 into the bottom of second. We go. Walk Z to start us off. That's right, folks. In the third inning, top of the third, we will be joined by Patriots 0-1-7 during his at-bat, and then also for the bottom of the third for his fielding, as we ask him some questions and check in with him.
I'm just surprised when that bunt was laid down, the second bunt to score the second run. The third baseman was right to him. I'm kind of surprised he didn't go home with it, because unlike the first bunt, that one went right to him. Just a little shock right there.
Yep. Zach still on the mound. 9 pitches through first inning. Looking to stay on a good pace here, obviously. Let's go to some questions as we get started here in this inning. What is your favorite state to play in at HCBB? Probably Arizona, as that one's going to go straight to the first baseman for the first out of the inning. Pat, nice snag on the ground.
I like Arizona, too. Arizona has a good ballpark.
All right, we've got some disconnections going on. We've got some officiating going on. So let's cut back to the questions real quick. First reaction. No, I already answered that. What DS are you most excited to watch besides Houston and Atlanta? Probably SSG. Really talented squad over there. Playing against Denver. Love Atlas. Love T-Bucks, obviously. Really good mix of classic and current players in that series as well. I'm so sorry. 1-0 now to Sir McCannon, as that falls in there for strike one. Ask Aviator, any particular of the new teams that you really, really like, and I need that you particularly do not like? No, not really. I actually, my friends are so spread out on a lot of different teams, and I really don't have many adversaries anymore, people I don't like anymore. Not really. It's a 1-2 count now to Sir McCannon as he hits that one to the second baseman. Falls right in front of him for out number 2. I mean, I guess you could consider Miami. But the only reason I would say that's just because I've never gotten along well with that group that was on Miami this past season. And if you know, you know. And yes, folks, if you've been kicked from the game as a fan and the server says you were locked, it's because we are trying to promote our streaming. We are trying to promote our digital media platforms. I am Aviator alongside CSX here with MSN Network. It's no 2 count now to Amazon. You're watching the HCBB Divisional Series, Game 1, Atlanta Rebels versus the Houston Bulls.
Also, I think they kick the fans for lag. A lot more fans in the game kind of makes it harder for the players.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And strike 3. As now we're going to go to the top of the third. Bellinger leading off, and on deck, Patriots 0-1-7. We will be joined by him momentarily. Actually, check that. Brennan's on deck. My bad. And then it will be Pat. Bellinger leading off, though, takes ball 1. Aviator, when asked about the teams, I meant like logos and uniforms and stuff. You know what's crazy is I actually really liked Miami's uniforms. I just didn't like who played for them. As that one swung on out to left field, but that will be out number 1 in the inning. Check it in and the at-back box. CSX, could you cut over there for me? Could you cut the camera over to who's in that at-back box?
There he is.
Folks, I'm down here on the field with Patriots 0-1-7, the one and only. Folks, sorry, Pat, how we doing this evening? How are we feeling in this game 1? Pat, checking in. That one's going to be foul. Is it going to be caught? Down for strike 1. Pat's having some RTC issues. You know how it can be down there on the field. We try our best. Uh-oh. Looks like we might not be able to get through to him. Too much wiring in the stadium. We'll have to maybe try again in a few at-bats. Pat, how are we? We got you?
What's going on?
There he is, folks. Patriots 0-1-7, live from the on-deck circle. How are you feeling in this game 1 so far, my friend?
Yeah, feeling pretty good. I feel like we should have a few more runs playing the game how it's supposed to be played, you know? Having a good read on this pitcher.
Right. How do you feel season 23, as that one's going to be hit to the third baseman? That's out number 2 on the inning. It's time, Pat. Here we go. Season 23 like LeBron, folks. This is what we're seeing.
Yeah, I can't believe we're here, but... All right, so I feel like I'm going to get a slow pitch here.
Yeah. I feel like that too, man.
Ooh.
Takes for ball 1. Good eye. You going to try it? What do we think?
I think I'm going to do fast on this one.
All right.
Ooh.
Lefty guessing 1-1.
Wasn't even close.
Oh. Here we go on the 1-1 pitch. Take strike 2 on the outside half. Tough pitch.
What a strike,
dude. Now the pitch. Good eye. Good eye. The 2-2 now.
Slow or fast?
Squash steps off. I wonder if he knows.
I wonder what to do here, dude.
I don't know. Probably get one.
I think I just got to protect the plate here.
Probably get
2 outs. I think I go for the home run. Though. I'm going slow.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Oh, thank God. I would have that.
Oh.
Oh, man. Another full count.
Ground ball. Left side. He's beating that. Oh, he's not. So close.
I'm going to have to watch the film on that one, see if that was a strike.
Yeah, good AB. Way to work it. Way to work it down there. How do you feel at the hot corner today? How's that first baseman treating you?
Dude, I'm feeling good out here. You know, shortstop had a hard throw to me earlier. My hand still hurts, but anything for the team, man.
Yep. I was about to say, how's the team bonding been with you in Atlanta? How are the vibes of the clubhouse leading into this divisional series?
To be honest, when I first got to this team, vibes were terrible. I won't
Mm.
sugarcoat it.
Mm-hmm.
Easy to get annoyed at these guys. I feel like a lot of rookies on this team. We had a couple clashes with the vets. Rookies
Wow.
being need to told how to act, but
Wow.
I wasn't
Staples
like too
Center
much.
brawl.
Yeah, I wasn't like too much at the start, but we're building up something here, and we're on an 8-game win streak, and vibes couldn't be better. And now I think we learned a lot about each other throughout the season, and we're just
Wow.
ready to give HCBB a show. Everyone's sleeping on us, and we're ready to show us that we're here, and we're ready to compete now.
I was about to say, man, if there's one guy who loves to prove people wrong, it is you, my friend. You love to overcome the odds and the haters and doubters. 1-1 count now to Zova X. Pat, how similar of a vibe of this Atlanta does it have to the last Atlanta in season 11, the one that we all remember so well with Rio and Dylan Hogg and
Yeah.
Chouts and all of them? What do you miss about that team? What don't you miss about that team? Talk to me.
That team had a lot of chemistry. We were all friends on the team, so we would join VCs together. Atlanta, I'm a little disconnected from this team. They all joined the VC, but I'm here for a different kind of thing. But I will say this team takes it probably 30 times more serious than that Atlanta did, and I think that's a good thing.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes.
Got a lot of drive as that one falls in there for a base hit. Brandeisi stepping in. How did Zach feel coming into this start? Obviously, coming on, I know you can't really speak for him, but how did he feel coming into this start, coming off that Miami game?
Yeah, Zach, he's always down for a challenge. I'm sure he's confident, and we're confident in him. He's our guy.
Yeah.
Part of this rotation that we're excited about.
Do you go tomorrow?
Yeah, I go tomorrow. I'm warming up the arm, icing it up. I'm only on 2 days rest right now. I was ready to go today. The arm wasn't quite ready. I think I'll be good tomorrow.
Yeah, I was about to say, I saw that little teaser there. You were stepping on, trying to give us a little idea, thinking maybe you were going. Got a 1-2 count now, Brandeisi. What was your approach? What was the team's approach there with that small ball play back there in the first? Or second, sorry.
Yeah, we had 2 runners on, 1 out, so bottom of the order. You never know. You don't really want to leave that inning with no runs, especially after what happened in the first inning. Oh, make a play there. Make a play.
Two. There's one. Oh, barely in time for the second out. Nice little lollipop over there, but 2 away.
Wow. Can't believe he got it in time.
In steps A-Boy Ash. That was unbelievable.
Had to stretch out for that one.
What a throw. Yeah, you look like Freeman over there.
Wait, what did you ask?
I asked, how's the small ball approach really played a factor into your game going forward? As that one's hit to the third baseman.
How about Zach, though? Look at him.
I know, 29 pitches through 3. Just efficient. Just textbook efficiency.
Wow. Yeah, we wanted to get a run there with the bottom of the order, and it was supposed to be a bunt way earlier in the at-bat, but we had some confidence in them with taking some pitches. So we're like, you know what? Swing for the fences. Shit goes wrong, my fault. Things go wrong, then we'll bunt it, and hopefully we can maybe get more than 2 there. But we play with what we're dealt, and I'm proud with what happened at the end of that inning. Can't believe they made the error there. That was huge for us. We got 2 instead of 1.
Yeah, I also can't believe they made that error. Mental mistakes like that can be the make or break in these moments.
Especially in playoffs, 1 run
especially
the whole game.
Especially. How do you feel like? How are you helping these younger guys over on that bench prevent those little mental mistakes? What are some things you try to tell them to keep them on their toes?
I feel like I could tell them to pay attention or tell them what to do, but it really just comes down to them. They gotta make the right play in the moment, and for a lot of us, when it's right in front of you, you can easily just freeze up and not know what to do. So we're gonna see if they can make some plays all playoffs, but regular season our fielding wasn't that good. So far, it hasn't costed us.
You and I were talking about this going into this game, and you kind of told me, kind of feels a little bit like the Boston Red Sox of the last few years. A sneaky team, never know what they're going to do, as that one's 1 away now as comeback Ben lines out to third. With that being said, don't you feel like this team, you were saying there's a good vibes team right now. Do you feel confident and I know this is kind of a silly question because you're obviously going to say yes. You feel confident in these next few series and the opponents that lie ahead? I mean, really, are you guys able to look there and say, who's stopping us right now?
Yeah, this is a different kind of team for me. I got put on this team after the All-Star break. They already have the team established. They have their players, but for me, whatever I can do to add to it is extra. So I think this team is a championship team, and if I can play like I know I can play, there's no reason why we shouldn't be the last team standing.
Right. You heard it here first, and to any player managers looking for next season, this is a guy that you're going to want. This is a guy you're going to need. Much like LeBron, can't ever count him out. It's a 3-1 count now to VS80. Now,
Yeah.
Pat, a question that I get a lot, and I'm going to ask you as a fellow Season 1 veteran. What are some of the biggest changes you've seen from day one to now, excluding the obvious of the 2.0, as that one's going to drop down in there for a base hit? Atlanta's bat's getting going here. Connor G stepping in.
Like gameplay or community?
Well, let's talk for you from your perspective of gameplay. You're someone who's played through every season and adjusted every season their game to keep up and continue to stay at the top. What are some of the keys for you as this game has updated and developed and changed to stay ahead of the curve?
There's definitely been different metas in the league, but pretty much throughout the whole league, you have to be able to react to the fast pitches and be able to use your head in these games. Like, I'd say like 90% of hitting is mental, and the other like 10% is timing, aiming, and all that. But you gotta, I think when you know what you're getting, it makes it way easier. And I've always used that approach when I bat. So I don't know, just knowing who you are, and if you're a bad hitter, you're probably gonna get attacked with fast, just like, and which is you just gotta get used to it. But hitting has definitely gotten harder. It used to be easier in the beginning, but I think experience makes it like easier.
For sure. For sure. The more at-bats you get, the better you get. Connor beats it out. Runner on first and second. And in steps one just P. Well, I didn't have Connor beating that out on my bingo card. Who knew he had some wheels?
And you can see that their pitcher is kind of rattled. Do you think that'll have an impact here?
I really do, Pat. I got to say, Squash coming in and just kind of dancing around the zone. Was it just me or just kind of candying around a bit as that one's going to be hit to the first baseman? Are they going to have two? And they will.
If it were me in the running from first there, I would have definitely went back. It's not a force at 2 anymore for any newer players coming in, but he could have faked it and he would have avoided the double play there.
Yeah.
A little savvy move there.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, half this game is mental. And I mean, if you're able to trick them out, that'll do the trick.
Yeah, and shout out to newbie George, a little teammate of mine. He wanted a quick little shout out. And
For sure.
Teammate.
Big time, dude. Well, Pat, we'll let you get back to the remainder of this one. Thank you for joining us. I'm sure the community loved us. We're going to have to do this again. As you guys continue to pioneer through, as Kripp hits that one into the gap, that one's going to be picked up for a base knock. Good throw from center in.
Yeah, appreciate y'all having me.
Step in. Of course,
appreciate
man.
Y'all having me. Hope to hear from y'all soon in the later series. Have a good game, y'all. Keep calling it like you are. Wonderful to listen to.
Thank you, Pat. Always a pleasure.
Great.
I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you.
All right, take it easy. Good luck. Bye-bye. Folks, that was Patriots 017, another legend of the game, arguably one of the greatest to ever do it, if not the greatest to ever do it. What a pleasure it was to have him with this booth. Oh, 0-2 count now to MVKQ with a runner on first. Looking to keep the line moving as that one's not what you need. Pat, is he going to get him? He's not. Oh, man.
I think it's
so close.
Sorry, I think it's really cool to see these players who have, like, you and Patriots, like, they've been here for so long. I think it's really cool to see him still playing and popping around in today. Like, you're in the stream, and he's still playing for Atlanta, already 23 seasons in.
Yeah, man, oh my gosh, a Squash hits that one deep to the right field wall. That's going to get down. Runner coming around third. He's going to hold up. Runner at second and third now for Honky Blaster. Atlanta and Zach dealing with a little bit of trouble here. 2 runners on. Only 1 away. Need 2 outs and quick.
Big spot here.
Foul ball, strike 1. I got to reset to be able to move my mouse, I bet. Oh, psych. That didn't even work. One count now. And we've got ourselves a classic lag off. It seems like he's, I don't know. Is Zach even here? No, Zach has disconnected. He will be right back, I suppose. And Zach is back. One now. Honky Blaster. Runner on first and second. Atlanta in a perilous situation as they're up 2-0.
Houston could bunt here. There's no bunt defense.
They absolutely could, but with one, and it looks like they will, as that one's going to go straight to Pat, and no one's at first, as now, oh, and they got him at first. At least there's that, not an entire loss, as there's now 2 outs and a runner on first, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Was he safe there? Might have been, but that works out.
Smart bunt. You gotta at least get 1 run home if there's 2 in scoring position in a playoff game, especially.
Mm-hmm. Got 2 outs now. Sir McCannon takes ball 1. We got Novatic now. Ask Aviator, what is your favorite walk-up that you have had in HCBB? And my answer to that is probably the first ever one that I had. It's a 1-1 count now. It was very simple. It was just the beginning of TNT by AC/DC. Take strike 2. And it kind of it was just the beginning of the song. So then everyone in the chat would go, oi, 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 oi. Takes ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now, 2 away. Sir McCannon looking to not just leave 1 on the board for Houston. The payoff pitch now. Hits it right to the second baseman. That'll be out number 3. 1 scored, 1 stranded for Houston as we have a 2-1 ball game now. And leading off going to be Dreadlord 4040 for the Atlanta Rebels. We're here in the top of the 5th, almost at our halfway juncture in this 9-inning affair. Squash still on the mound, 57 pitches in as he enters. 4 innings so far under his belt. Dread takes ball 1. I'm going to have to try to rejoin probably because my mouse is... Oh, never mind. One count now. Yeah, it seems my mouse is frozen because of the the streaming cam froze my little mouse icon, so I can't move it around now. Anyway, 1-1. Dread takes ball 2. The 2-1, he checks on ball 3. Great at bat here, really working Squash's pitch count a great deal, man. Well, seems that Dredd unfortunately reads chat messages and bit on the bait that Honky Blaster put for him. Honky told him to wind slow, and he did, and Dredd swung through it 4 times till Tuesday as he works the count full just to strike out on strike 3. Swing and a miss. Zach stepping in now.
Someone asked a good question, chat. What is the best hit or play you've ever witnessed?
Man. Zach hits that one straight to the first baseman. That's one away. I would have to say, you know what? I pretty easily, and this would also answer my favorite game. When I was a manager of the Chicago Cubs in the wild card game, we walked it off on a walk-off home run off of Donnie against the Padres to go play the Braves that year and get our tail kicked. Just destroyed. I have got to find that clip somewhere. If anyone can get in contact with Depressing Apple or CFox19 and ask them where is the season 11 Chicago Cubs walk-off video, that'd be great. That was an electric year. Bellinger fouls that off. Oh, 1 now to Bellinger. That one. Is it going to drop? It will. Is he going to beat it? He will. Atlanta has a runner on here as Squash is going to have to throw more pitches. 2 away now to Brennan stepping in. Patriots 0-1-7 on deck. One 0 count now. Squash gets him to swing through that one. 1-1. One count now, 2 away. Brennan at the dish, 1 away, trying to expand that lead. Only a 1-run lead as it's 2-1 here in the top of the 5th. 1-2 as he fouled that down to the left field line. And the payoff pitch, ball 2. Two count now to Brennan. Is Squash going to have to go to work some more? He is. Full count now with 2 away. Atlanta is really utilizing their discipline today. They have not been really sloppy in their at-bats at all as Brennan stays fighting. Full count. They are extending these pitches and getting that pitch count real high as 72 through 5 is pretty steep. And they go and check the runner at first, and he's off, but they don't even get him out. That was unbelievable. That was ridiculous. They went to pick him off. He was completely off the base. The baseman dove back, and the ball went right through him because he dove back too late. That's unbelievable. They're trying to get him again. Full count now for Brennan. The payoff pitch. Fouled off again. Brennan still doing battle with Squash here. Ask Aviator, what is IPU like if you've ever played in it? I don't know. I have never played in it. I've only played in the HCBB League and the HCBB Minors in their debut season for squash, believe it or not. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as down goes Brennan on strikes. Leave him stranded on first. Still a 2-1 ball game. Real close one here in Houston tonight, folks. As we head to the bottom of the 5th. Ask Aviator, have you ever imitated any calls by any major league commentators for HCBB games?
Good question.
My answer to that is yeah, obviously. A lot, frequently, many times. The big fly by the Angels, put it on the board, yes. White Sox, that one's out of here by the Mets. There it goes, see ya by the Yankees. And then there's assorted commentators that I've known and listened to through minor leagues, through real baseball, and everyone has their own little catchphrase. And I mean, really, at this point, there's no catchphrase that is one person's own, mainly because there's a million different guys who commentate baseball at this point. So when it comes down to home run calls or strikeout calls, or, like Matt Vasgersian has Santa Maria. And, there's a lot of guys who have a lot of different keystone phrases. So I try to mix a few in to make you, the viewer, feel just at home as we watch our friends play some hard-coded baseball. Hopefully when you hear it, it reminds you of a great baseball memory that you love, and hopefully it associates a greater baseball memory in your mind as we watch this here this evening. Zach has 40 pitches through 5. Great work so far as he starts Amazon off with a strike and then follows it up 1-1 now.
Zach really working his pitch as well. He's only at 44, like you said, through 4.
Absolutely trying to be very efficient, preserve that stamina. It's a 1-2 count now. Ask Aviator, what is my most memorable home run? Probably the last one that I've had, the most recent one when I was a Texas Ranger, as that one's going to be fouled off hard down the left field line. It was a freebie. It was a home run into the right field stands. I have the clip somewhere on my laptop. I'd have to dig through it, but I just haven't found it in a while. It's a 1-2 count now, and Amazon goes down on strikes. In steps Zovu HX. Is there any stat on seating capacities, or is that not measurable? I don't really think it'd be measurable, because it would be... Yeah, the stands are more or less for feel. Every day is a day in COVID baseball around here. 0-1 pitch now, takes 1-1. Cripsy, you didn't help me with the pronunciation by telling me it was still pronounced Zovux instead of, yeah. That one's caught out there, out number 2 on a dive. What a catch! What a catch! Oh my God! Tip of the cap out there to the left fielder.
Diving grab saves extra bases.
Oh my goodness. That might be the play of the game, folks.
Zach has some great defense behind him.
1-0 count now. Oh my goodness. Ask Aviator, do you support the mobile update, and do you think mobile players can make it to the leagues? I mean, the simple answer to that is if you're good at the game, you're good at the game. If you can play the game of HCBB well and be an effective player and all that. I haven't played with a lot of people on mobile. I haven't played the mobile platform myself. But if there is anyone who's good enough on mobile to play in the league, then sure, why not? 2-2 now with 2 outs. I mean, there's just a certain criteria of skill to be able to play in the league. Not to sound presumptuous about it, but you got to be able to hit fast pitches. You got to be able to, be active in the field. You got to be able to play a full 9 innings, That one's going to be hit over the second baseman's head. And Houston's going to have themselves some traffic here, as in steps A-Boy Ash with 1 on. Ask Aviator, how did you start commentating? And how did you get known through the HCBB community? Well, that's a great question. And I just went over, I did recently retell this story with T-Bucks and Atlas on in game 31 when I was over in Dallas. It's an 0-1 count now to A-Boy Ash with 2 away. I started back in season 1 when my friend Barr was playing for the Red Sox with Chase and Kangas. And I wanted to be a part of it somehow because he was my good buddy. So I used to go to the games, and then whoever wasn't going, I would tell him to get into HCBB general voice chat, and I would commentate the game in general as if it was a radio call. And that picked up traction. And then I started playing, and then I kind of stopped playing. And then once season 8 and 9 and 10 came around is when I started to try to get back into commentating. It started with Ian, i.e. Stingray, Ianster 630, and T-Bucks and Doges, and it was a lot of people really just giving me a chance to get on there and do my thing. As A-Boy Ash goes down on strikes, so we head into the top of the 6th here. But I mean, that's all it's been. I just keep giving people chances. I just keep getting chances to do this, and I keep taking my opportunity. You know, I had the pleasure of being able to get to it with Kiri Cali in the season 11 World Series, a point of 400 viewers, row football people tuning in. It was a real fun time, and I just love to come back and do it whenever I'm able. I love the community. I've had a lot of fun. I have a lot of friends in the community, and I love baseball more than anything. So really, this is how I stay attached to the game while also just, I love the video game, man. It's a lot of fun. Speaking of a lot of friends in the community, in steps one of my good ones, Patriots 017, a good buddy. That one swung on deep, left field. It is out of here! Over the left field wall. Patriots 017 does it again. Touch them all, Pat. Touch them all as Atlanta goes up 3-1. Comeback Ben stepping in following that solo shot to lead off the inning. What a way to get us started. First pitch of the at-bat. Started it with a pop. There he goes, folks. 1-0 count. One away now. In stepping VS80. Oh, 1 count now to VS80 with 1 away. 1-1. That one outside and down. Folks, let me just Patriots 017 in game chat just said, I feel young again. VS80 hits that one down the left field line. Loud but foul. Let me just remind you folks, season 23 for that man. Season 23, still doing it. 2-2 count now with 1 away for VS80. Ask Aviator, have you ever had a great catch or a hit that I remember? What is the best catch that I've seen? 2-2 count now with VS80 as he hits that one into the left field gap, but it's going to be caught for the second out of the inning. Greatest catch or hit that I remember seeing? I mean, it's kind of that's a broad question. I don't really specifically remember. I mean, some of my favorite home runs, I guess, like, you know, bombs, Bunza, you know. Oh, 2-0, sorry, to Connor G. Ask Aviator, have you ever seen or hit a walk-off grand slam in HCBB? I have not seen or hit one, but I'm sure there's been one. Like, I'm sure there was one this season, probably. 3-0 count now. That would be a question for HCBB General. When was the last, walk-off grand slam? Ask Aviator, sorry for the multiple questions, but I'm trying to start commentating. Any advice? First off, don't feel sorry for asking me multiple questions. I love interacting with you guys. It makes this half as fun. They just walked Connor G on 4 pitches, with 2 away, and in steps 1 Just P. I got to be honest, I'm really confused there, folks. Is that Squash's last batter? Are they switching? You know, in a 2-run game, I'm just confused what their approach is here. You got to get runs on the board, and you got to stop Atlanta from getting traffic, and they're liable to make something happen at any point.
They 3-0. They may have not just wanted to pitch to him. They did have a base open at first base.
This is true. I would say how to get into commentating. Swing and a miss, strike 1. I would say start by, if you want to know if you're good at it, put on a baseball game without any audio, record yourself as if you were commentating through it, and play it back. And if you take notes, think about what you could do better, think about how you could do it better. That one's going to be hit to short. Is it going to drop and beat the runner? It will not. And that's out number 3. As into the bottom of the 6th we go. Really just try to take notes from commentators that you like. For me, I take a little bit from everyone. I try to, have a little bit of a lot of different commentators in my voice, as much as that builds up to create my own. You know what I mean? I try to think about Don Orsillo and Max Vasgersian and Jerry Remy, obviously, and Joe Buck in another sense, Buck Martinez. That one's going to be hit down to the right field, and it will get down. The diving attempt was to no avail. Leadoff single here for Houston. And in steps MVKQ. Favorite team you've ever played for in HCBB 1 and HCBB 2? Well, I don't believe I've played for anyone in 2.0. I think the last time I actively was on a team was, in fact, Texas in season 14, if I'm not incorrect. And that was 1.0. So check swing, ball 2. What is my advice for rookies trying to make the league and starting in IPU? Practice, practice, practice. Get in the cages. Get comfortable with hitting fast. 2-2 count now. I don't know if you guys heard, but the guy who just went Yabo the last inning, solo shot over the left field line. What? I'm trying to keep up with the chat of what's going on. Anyway, 2-2 count now, MVKQ. That one fouled off to the right field line. My best advice for rookies is got to learn how to hit fast. Got to learn how to, you got to be able to, you got to be able to hit. You got to be able to hit. You got to be able to show that you're willing and present and trying to be a good teammate and trying to be a successful part of a lineup, And at the end of the day, if you're not actually producing those results, as that one, MVKQ hit out to right field, that's going to get down out there. He's going to hold up at first, and they've got runners on the corners with no outs as Squash steps in. We've got some trouble on the base pass here. Atlanta's up 2, but they've got no outs and 2 runners on. Ask Aviator, so I'm trying to get into HCBB as a pitcher. Could you give some advice like the guy up there? Yeah, man. My best advice to you is to go into Publix, and as unfortunate as it sounds, work on your craft. Find people in HCBB General who want to practice with you. Get into a VIP server. They're not that much, and honestly, there's a lot of people who have them. You know, get talking with people about how you can just organize times to try new pitches and see what works, see what doesn't. There's a lot of pickups always moving. And if you need any resources, go to discord.gg/HCBB to join today and be a part of this league. That's discord.gg. And Squash hits that one deep to the right field line. That's going to be down off the wall. That'll score 1. And we've got ourselves a 3-2 ball game with no outs. Wow. Runners on the corners. In steps Honky Blaster on an ult of Gage whatever. That's Honky. He got banned for saying something harassing. (0-2) count now. You know what's crazy is I'm shocked he wasn't really warned for his name. I mean, Honky itself is a, takes ball 1. Ask Aviator, who's my matchup winner in this one? I've got Atlanta. Ask Aviator, what was your favorite team to watch from the booth? I mean, nothing beat season 11 as that one's hit down the line, caught on a line. Oh, they're throwing home. I'm confused. I'm confused as to what the strat there was.
Runner at third didn't go.
Now they've got one more out and a runner on the corners still. That was confusing. We got infielders in.
So
0-1 count now.
So on that hit, it was like right to the third baseman. Third baseman runner didn't go, so they got the force at second, and he was safe at 1. I guess he was trying to throw it to first, but misclicked or something.
Probably so. 1-1 count now. Takes strike 2. Yeah, my favorite team to watch from the booth has to be from season 11. Those Seattle and Atlanta matchups got heated, and we had a lot of fun. And I mean, we're going to get back to that level of excitement this postseason. I can feel it. They check back the runner. They got him. They got him at first. What a play on the pickback. And there's 2 away. Someone clip that, please, for the love of mercy. That was unbelievable. Oh, my goodness, what a play.
Perfectly timed. Right when he went off the bag, they threw it over. Is there strike 3?
And that is out number 3, and they're out of it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Only 1 run. A lot of runners on, a lot of traffic, and Zach got out of it. 3-2 as we're stretching here in Houston. Unbelievable time. We're entering the last few innings here. I'm Aviator alongside CSN. We are going to come to an exciting finish. Is Atlanta going to hang on to their 1-run lead? Is Houston going to come back and make a difference and maybe make this one exciting? We don't know. We're going to lead off with Atlanta at the dish. It's going to be bats. leading off for the Atlanta Rebels.
They do get 1 run, which is important. It's a 1-run game, late stages of the game. And it looks like Splash's day is done.
Probably for the best. You know, he was getting high up there in pitch count, and really you just can't, you can't justify those kinds of decisions at that point. But he's going to finish his day. 6 innings, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 homer, and a walk. Not the best outing, but also got it done through 6. And now on MVKQ for the Houston. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Houston Bulls. Goodness. I got to take a sip of my water here in a second as it's a 1-1 count now. To Bats. This is his first at-bat in the game. So far for Zach on the other end, just taking a look at his pitching, he's 6 innings through with 7 hits allowed, only 2 runs and 6 strikeouts. Getting a little exciting over there, but still doing some good work as Batsuk hits that foul to the right field line. It's going to be down, stays alive. Ask Aviator. Isn't a question for any new player that needs help. I'm not doing that. Okay. Cool. 1-2 count now. Batsuk, don't come in here saying Ask Aviator and then trick me into saying some promotional BS, my man. Bats, straightaway center, over the center fielder's head. Is it going to get down? It will. Oh my goodness, first AB. Is he going? Is he there? He's safe at second. Leadoff double for Atlanta, and in steps Zach M. Looking for his first hit in this one. Still, he's 0 for 3 prior. Can he come up for Atlanta and extend that lead for him?
What question was that person asked?
I guess he was just trying to give people advice, rather. There's Roblox prep leagues. I mean, folks, all advice and all materials for anything that you guys might need to find how to get started in the league, feel free to join the HCBB Discord. That one hits straightaway center, deep, back, see ya! There it goes! Zach putting him on the board, 2-run jack to straightaway center. Getting it done on the mound, getting it done at the dish. Atlanta extends their lead, 5-2. What a knock! Hit that one all the way to Oklahoma.
Big insurance run right there. Houston.
Absolutely ensuring that he can make sure he's going to get himself the W today. One 0 now to Bellinger. One count now. Two on to Bellinger. Hits that one left field. Is it going to get over the shortstop's head? It will, and that one's down in the gap. Atlanta's bats are hot, folks. In steps Brennan with no outs, runner on first, and guess who's on deck? Patriots 017. If you're listening and you'd like to get in the booth for this next at-bat, feel free to join us. That door's always open, my friend. We'd love to have you in there for this one. 1-0 count now to Brennan. Oh, I just got word from Patriots agent. He's not going to be able to join us for this at-bat. He's actually maxed out on press appearances for this game. Understandable. Only so much time for the 23 season vet. We all have priorities. I can't blame him. He's got to lock in and make sure to lead Atlanta to this one, as Brennan is going to try to make the best of this next pitch from MVKQ. That one swung on into center field. Center fielder late jump, and that's going to get down. They're holding at first and second, and in steps the man himself, Patriots 0-1-7. Looking to repeat his last one. Hit a solo shot to left field to extend this to 3-2, or to extend... 0-1 count now. Runner on first and second. MVKQ trying to be really careful here. Oh-2 now. Fast pitch right in there on the inside half. Have to wonder where he goes now. That one grounded down the left field line. Is he going to beat it out? Oh, so close. But honestly, that was a high IQ play. 0-2 count. And what are you going to do? You got to focus on advancing the runners and be able to make runs happen. Runs don't happen if they're not in the right position. The only way you can put them in that position is by getting the ball in play. High IQ play right there by Patriots 0-1-7. Runner on second and third for comeback Ben, already having himself a nice day at the dish. Checks strike one. 1-1 now. Comeback Ben 1 for 3 with a run on the board, and they try to check back to third. They're not going to get him. 1-1 with one away.
They have the bunt defense on third base and first base side.
Probably for the smartest, as they've already gotten played by that before. They keep trying to check back, trying to do the same thing that Patriots got him with earlier, but you just can't get him. Checks ball 2. Two 2-1 count now. Comeback Ben drives at right field. It's going to get down in shallow, and Atlanta will put up another run. Almost rounded was Brennan, but that will leave runners on the corners with one out. Folks, the Atlanta vibes could not be higher right now. 6-2 right now with one away. They're about to go for another straight victory. That one swung on. Shallow left center. That'll be caught for second out of the inning. And in steps Connor G. Walked on 4 pitches last time up. Top of the 7th has been the Atlanta Rebels' most successful, as they have 3 runs on the docket so far, looking to get some more. Atlanta also out hitting Houston by double. They have 14 hits compared to Houston's 7. MVKQ using the classic Max Scherzer pitching animation, delivering to Connor G the strike 1-1 pitch now.
By the way, a little update. LA Stars versus Wichita, already 3-3, and they're going to the top. They're going to the top of the second.
Wow. Player performance focus. Ghost Savardo tonight went 4 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run. That one's going deep center field, down, bouncing back to the track. That's going to score 1. Is it going to be 2? Connor G coming up big for the Rebels. Ben is safe at second. It's an 8-2 ball game. 5 runs scored in the top of the 7th, and this game is blown open for the Atlanta Rebels.
Big response by Atlanta after Houston got that 1 run. They make it a 1-run game. Top of the inning, new pitcher comes in. Bad sight for Houston in game 1.
MVKQ now about to kick and deliver the 1-1 pitch to Homicide Matt. That's who's out there on the mound for Houston. 2-1 count now. Folks, if you're just joining us, I'm Aviator alongside CSX. You might be wondering, how did we get here? Well, let's talk about it. First, started out with a pretty small ball affair in the second with Atlanta putting up 2. Dallas had themselves a few hits, got some traffic together, and were able to sneak one across. And then Patriots 0-1-7 knocked one out to the left center field to make it 3-1. Dallas puts one on the board following, and that's where we are now, folks. Atlanta finally finishing a 5-run top of the 7th off of MBKQ as we enter the bottom of the 7th, 8-2. And still pitching for Atlanta, Zach. Squash started the game for the Houston Bulls today.
By the way, another scoring update. LA top 2 solo home run. 4-3 LA.
Thank you for that, my friend. I appreciate the update. One-0 count now to Amazon. That one swung on right center field, more like center field. Diving catch for 1 out now. Zovuks walking in now, 1 away. Patriots 0-1-7 behind the dish, catching for Zach. Folks, he himself is quite the pitcher. Have to imagine he's working in some of his own stuff, especially with a 6-run lead, just to make Zach's life a little bit easier, as it's 0-1 now.
Another scoring update. Denver 2-0 over SSG.
Wow, that's a bit of a shocker. That one struck center field and deep off the top of the wall. And that is going to be down for one of the loudest singles you might ever see. What in the world?
So close to a home run probably anywhere else in the ballpark but center field. That's a home run. He just came up short.
One-0 now to Javed. I don't know. J6 Ved. I don't know, dude. Get a normal name. 1-0 count now. Takes strike 1. The 1-1 now. Strike 2 with 1 away. Houston's really got to be sure to make something happen here. Can't really afford a second out at this juncture. You got to slim that margin sooner rather than later. And down goes J6 Ved on strikes, out number 2. In steps A-Boy Ash following that.
When you said get a normal name for the J6 dude, that actually is kind of funny.
It's all but too true, my friend. It's all but too true.
If there's like really confusing names, if I'm...
That one hit left field. That's going to get through. Rounding second, but that's good. Back to the wall. Connor was nowhere to be seen. He fires it in, trying to save the damage. Runner on second and third now for Cripsy. Not what you really want going into an at-bat.
Like I was saying, if there's like players' names like that, like you can't pronounce, I like to say like the first 2 letters of their name, like J6, not the full.
Fair. I usually just take a stab. Take a stab.
Or you can say like, here's number 9.
Takes ball 1. Cripsy, another veteran of the league, very long time, close personal friend. I know he's listening. I know he's tuning in. Always good to have you on the broadcast, my friend. Sorry that it just seems that we're on the other side of each other tonight. Swings right through that one, strike 1. Swing and a drive, right field. Foul ball. Strike 2. Takes ball 2. If anyone listening can find the season 11 walk-off against Donnie from the Chicago Cubs season, somehow, some way, I would love you forever. Takes ball 3.
All right, AB, I got a question for you. How much of an importance do you think it is to win game 1 of any series?
You know, you got to set the tone early. You got to, especially in the way that they are looking to win this game, you got to be able to come in and assert what you're going to do for the rest of the series. You have to set the tone. Make no question about it that you're here to be known, especially for a team like Atlanta coming into this one, almost the underdogs to the 3 seed or to the 2 seed. They're really here to make some noise and make something happen. So right now, I'm sure they're just trying to kick up a lot of dust as Cripsy goes down swinging. Not just kick up some dust, but definitely, I bet if you ask them, they would say something to the effect of get on their neck, because they're gonna want nothing but to sweep them. In steps Bat Sooks. Bat Sucks. I don't know. Scooby-Doo. No doubt about that much.
By the way, after that 1 inning, that when Atlanta scored 5 runs, his pitcher, MVK, has a 45 ERA.
Tough outing. Tough outing so far for him. I think that's also based on the sample size of 1 inning. That one swung to the first baseman. That will be out number 1 for Atlanta. Here in the top of the 8th, Zach stepping in. Last one, a homer for him to straightaway center. Takes strike 1. If any Atlanta Rebels players are listening, we're at the point where it might be first pitch swinging time. 0-2 now, and if you know what that means, you know what that means. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down goes strikes for Zach, and in steps Bellinger. Zach can't help but tip the cap on that one. Good pitch, good pitch. One 0 now to Bellinger. Two 1 now. That one swung on. Right field. Right center field, more like it. Caught. That was crazy. I didn't think that was going to be down. MVKQ stepping in. Real rough outing on that last inning, but looking to make some difference at the plate. Hopefully give himself a little more room as he hits that one to right field, but out for out number 1. Some top performers in this one so far. Bellinger has gone 3 for 5 with a run scored. Batsuk's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Obviously, Zach, one of the game-breaking performers for the Atlanta Rebels today, 6.2 innings deep and 9 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, and 7 strikeouts. Now on is Bellinger. Really great outing for Zach today. 2 RBIs with that shot to straightaway center earlier. Another top performer today, Connor G. 2 RBIs for him with that bases clearing double to right center field. And then Pat with his solo shot to left center, left field, whatever you want to call it. That one struck center field, and that will be out number 2. As this one is starting to come down to the last 6 outs, folks.
That one dropped.
That's crazy. How? It went right. Oh, my God. This game. You know, it's great. 23 seasons. That still happens.
There was a couple games I covered. Some looks like an easy catch. No, it's ruled a drop or vice versa. So it's like so hard to tell now.
The 0-1 now. Swung on. That's going to drop. No. They are going to let it drop, and that will be out number 1, trying to get the double play, but not going to happen.
So let's see. Chat voted 66%. 100 votes, by the way.
Wow. For what?
For the vote on who wins. 100 votes. Atlanta had a 66% voting rating. Houston had a 34%. And for now, it looks like they're right.
CSX, could you do me a quick favor?
What's going on?
I've got to jump. Just hold down the commentary real quick. I'm not going to leave the broadcast. I can still join you. I just got to be able to go to server 4 real quick to go kick someone who's doing some racist things.
Wow. All right, I'll cover over. So the Hall of Famer, he has to go deal with some person CSX will take in until he is back. It's 8-2, and the count's 2-2. And it's been a fun night. We've seen some cool mic ups, and can't thank enough on Aviator for coming in here. Check swing, strike 3. And we'll go to the top of the ninth. We'll hold ump cam for the rest of the game. So
I will be right back.
So Brian will lead it off. J6 is on the mound now for the Bulls. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Pitch is on the way. That's inside for a ball. So if Houston cannot turn around and get 6 runs, chop, and the shortstop gets it, fires across the diamond in time to get him 1 down. And here is Patriots. He has a home run this game for his team. Ended up being the first home run of the game. Strike 1. Popped up right to the left fielder. He will camp under this one. 2 down here in the top of the 9th. Check the foul pole. Right there. Oh, I see you. There's Juke. Whoa. Right away, this one is hit again. Left field. That one's going to drop in. First pitch swinging, and it's a base hit. Here is VS8. With a runner at board at first base, that's going to be a ball 1. This one is hit foul. Atlanta trying to do some more damage. That one's going to be low for a ball. Two and one, and this one is hit in the air to center field. Center fielder coming on. That one's going to drop in as well. So it's back-to-back hits for Atlanta, and there's 2 on, 2 out. And it'll be Connor G up.
I'm going to have to... Let me double check, but I might have to join back. I got to go help out with something real quick.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I don't see you again on the broadcast tonight, it was great having you along in.
Let me ping. Hold on.
Like saying, if you weren't in the broadcast, or if you're not coming back tonight, it's great to have you in here. Ground ball to first. He's got it. And we'll tap the bag. We're going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Bulls. They're trailing by 6. AMA will lead it off.
All right.
We'll be back.
Yep.
We'll let the Hall of Famer take it over for the bottom of the 9th. Well, he should be back in a second. There's a foul. It's 1 and 1.
All right, I'm back. 1 and 1 here in the bottom of the 9th. Pat has subbed himself out for copy 84. He got himself some rookie ball time in. Way to do it. Way to be a man of the people. Have himself a day and send himself on his way. What a great start to the series here for the Atlanta Rebels. You know, and you can't really, it's hard. It's hard to discredit anything that Houston did today. You know, you had Zovux go 2 for 3. You had Squash go 3 for 4 with a ribby. You had Cripsy go 2 for 4. But the common trend of the day, that one hit right field, but foul, loud foul ball.
All right, before the game ends, I mean, what was the best question you got asked today? Aviator. Might be having some technical difficulties.
I'm sorry. I've been in and out of some communication with some board commissioners and some community relations directors. I'm trying to sort out a situation over in the other game. What was that, Ask Aviator?
Oh, I was gonna ask you, what was the best asked aviator question you got all night?
Probably the one that made me the one best game. Like, what was the best game that I've like been a part of? Because I love being able to think back on the good times and remember all the fun that I've had in this league.
Would you ever consider maybe come back for a season playing? Or you don't have the time?
I don't think I have the time. I also wasn't that good. That was the other thing. I am a Hall of Fame commentator. I am not known for my broadcasting ability. I was a player manager in season 11 as that one's driven out to right field. Jumping catch for out number 1. I managed for season 11 and season 12, both the Chicago Cubs and then the Oakland Athletics. And we had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We, we I put a few fun teams together. Me and Cowardly Arnold, and then me and Depressing Apple, and I had some fun guys. It got a little touch and go there towards the middle to end of season 12. And then in season 13 and 14, I played with Texas, and I had a lot of fun with Atlas and Homnov and Joel and Reznov and all of them. We had a lot of fun back then. But yeah, I I definitely just I don't think I'd be playing much,
Yeah. Looks like a pitcher will step off. Yeah, but we probably gotta do this again sometime if you have time. This was a fun one.
Yeah, man, I always love to do it. I can't wait to do it. One count now. Turns into 2-1. That one. Down the right field line. That's going to get down. Houston's not going down without a fight. That ball's going to come in. They've got runners on the corners now with 1 away. Bellinger's still on the mound out there to face A-Boy Ash.
Realistically, I mean, they could be loaded right now, but credit the catch and right. The only out there sitting was a hard hit ball out to right with a jumping, leaping grab.
That one. Left center. Is it going to get down? No, the catch is going to get made, and that will be out number 2. The throw in will hold all the runners.
Everyone thought he was out at first base.
Down to their final out in Cripsy. 8-2 here. Really offensive game. We've got 29 hits combined across the two teams. That one swung on down the left field line and fair right on the line. They're going to score 1, that's for sure. It's 8-3 now. What an unbelievable last ditch. Got to at least go out with some pride. Cripsy's going to have himself a nice little ribby to end the game with. Two outs now. Takes ball 1. Swung on, right center field. That's going to get down. Is it going to score 1? It will. They're going to round. Ball comes in. Is the throw in time? It's not. He's safe. It's 8-4.
It ain't over just yet.
Oh, no, that's not. That's for sure. Can't ever count these guys out. That's for sure. 2 away now. Runners on first and second, still down to their final out here in the bottom of the ninth. Squash, arguably their best hitter on the day, at the dish. One count now to Squash. One, two, down to their final strike. In other news, it seems that the Boston Red Sox are going to lose to the Oakland Athletics tonight, which is disgraceful. And the Atlanta Rebels have won Game 1, 8-4. We've already discussed the top performers, so this one is all but over, folks. My name is Aviator. I was alongside CSX tonight. Thank you for joining us here on HSN for the divisional round coverage of the HCBB League. Again, final score 8-4. The winning pitcher today being Zach, and the losing pitcher today being MBKQ. I have been Aviator alongside CSX. It's been my pleasure to be with you alongside MSN, my bad. And I hope to be back again soon. It's been nothing but my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Absolutely. Have a great night, everybody. Take it easy.